CD Projekt Red is deep into full production on The Witcher 4, the beginning of a new Ciri-fronted trilogy that the studio ambitiously plans to release within a 6-year period. With 447 developers working on the project and nearly 4 years of Unreal Engine 5 experience under their belt, the long-awaited sequel won't arrive in 2026 but is targeting a 2027 to 2028 release window, kicking off what could be an unprecedented 6 years of major Witcher releases. So let's start off with the new updates in regards to Ciri as the protagonist. The big revelation about The Witcher 4 came through CD Projekt's first teaser trailer, which sparked massive fan speculation by prominently featuring a new Witcher school medallion. The studio later confirmed that this was the School of the Lynx, a previously unknown Witcher school that signals a significant lore expansion. More importantly, multiple sources and industry insiders have confirmed that Ciri will be the protagonist of the new trilogy. This marks a dramatic shift from Geralt of Rivia, who served as the player character across the original trilogy spanning 2007 to 2015. This new Ciri-fronted trilogy is going to allow CD Projekt Red to tell new fresh stories, to continue the original trilogy story, but through Ciri, the adoptive daughter of Geralt of Rivia, who is also said to be making an appearance. Now, the School of the Link connection remains unclear whether Ciri establishes or joins this new school, or if the medallion represents something else entirely. CD Projekt hasn't revealed it yet, but the symbolic importance is undeniable, a new school for a new era of Witcher games. So let's get our major development update on The Witcher 4. As of CDPR's Q3 2025 financial results, The Witcher 4 has 447 developers actively working on it, a slight increase from the previous quarter and more than triple the 135 team on Cyberpunk 2. This makes The Witcher 4 the studio's highest priority and largest active project by significant margins. The 447 developer count reflects full production scale, the phase where hundreds of artists, designers, programmers and writers create the massive amount of content an open world RPG requires. Pre-production is long past. The team is now building the actual game that will ship. So in terms of infrastructure and scale, CDPR completed major physical infrastructure investments in 2025 to support The Witcher 4's production demands. A new office building opened in Warsaw in June 2025, dedicated entirely to housing The Witcher 4 team. More significantly, the studio is constructing a new performance capture studio with 2 stages, enabling simultaneous mocap and performance capture sessions for multiple projects. Chief Financial Officer Piotr Nulabowicz stated these investments will help us work faster and more efficiently on 2 projects at the same time, referring to Witcher 4 and Cyberpunk 2. The dual stage capability is critical for a narrative-driven RPG requiring hundreds of hours of cinematic content, character performances and dialogue scenes. The ability to run 2 capture sessions simultaneously dramatically accelerates production compared to sequential recording. So what about the release timeline? Well, co-CEO Michael Nowakowski explicitly stated during the Q3 2025 investor call that The Witcher 4 will not release in 2026. This is the clearest official timeline guidance CDPR has provided, and he ruled out hope for an early launch. When pressed about technical or design risks that could shift the release window, Nowakowski declined to provide specific. We're not disclosing any details regarding the target release date, so there's not a point in time I could refer to when answering such a question. Now, this disciplined communication contrasts sharply with Cyberpunk 2077's years of premature marketing promises and suggests CDPR learned painful lessons about managing expectations. So if the game isn't releasing in 2026 and CDPR average development cycles run 4 to 5 years from pre-production to launch, a 2027 to 2028 release window becomes most logical. The Witcher 4 entered pre-production around 2022 and 2023 and transitioned to full production in late 2023 or early 2024. Industry analysts and financial reporting have suggested a November 2027 release is a likely target, a traditional AAA release window during the critical holiday season. CD Projekt also laid out their ambitious 6-year trilogy plan. CD Projekt's most audacious commitment is delivering all 3 games in the new Witcher trilogy within a 6-year period. This isn't a vague aspiration. Nowakowski reaffirmed the plan during Q3's 2025 call, stating our plan is to still launch the whole trilogy within a 6-year period, so yes, that would mean we would plan to have a shorter development time between The Witcher 4 and 5 and between The Witcher 5 and The Witcher 6. So if a Witcher 4 release is in November 2027, the target for The Witcher 5 would be 2030 and the target for The Witcher 6 would actually be 2033. This would represent a dramatic accelerated cadence compared to the original trilogy, where The Witcher 2 was relaunched in May 2011 and The Witcher 3 in May 2015, which is still a decent window in my opinion. How is this going to be possible? Well, the answer lies in Unreal Engine 5 and the fundamental shift it represents for CD Projekt Red's development approach. Nowakowski explained the studio's confident. We've been using UE5 for The Witcher 4 for almost 4 years now, and we're very happy with what we've achieved. I think you could have seen some of that with your own eyes with our tech demo reveal at Unreal Fest a couple of months ago. He continued continue. We're happy with how the engine is evolving through the Epic team's effort, how we are learning how to make it work within a huge open world game as Witcher 4 is meant to be. In a way, yes, I do believe that further games should be delivered in a shorter period of time. Also combine this with the fact that they've got their own new mocap studio and 2 stages, it's all designed to allow them to put out games faster and to streamline development. Now let's talk about their approach to Unreal Engine 5, as developing all 3 games in the same engine eliminates the massive time investment of building and maintaining proprietary technology. Original Trilogy used CD Projekt Red engine, which required dedicated engineers constantly developing, updating and fixing engine code. Every new game version required extensive engine work before content creation could accelerate. With Unreal Engine 5, Epic Games handles core engine development. CDPR engineers focus on game systems, not engine architecture. More importantly, assets, tools and workflows built for The Witcher 4 are directly reusable in The Witcher 5 and 6. Character models, animation systems, environmental assets, creature designs, all of it carries forward with modifications rather than complete rebuilds. The Witcher's universe's established lore also accelerates development. Writers and designers work within known parameters. There's no need for years of conceptual work defining the world, magic systems, political structures, or cultural details. The heavy creature lifting happened decades ago in Andrzej Sapkowski's novels and was refined across the original game trilogy. The new trilogy built upon that foundation. I also want to mention a few other acceleration factors. Team continuity plays a huge role. If the same 400 plus developers work across the entire trilogy, institutional knowledge eliminates ramp up time. A team that finishes The Witcher 4 immediately begins The Witcher 5 with complete understanding of engine, tools, franchise conventions, and production workflows. No one needs 6 months to become more productive, they're already experts at it. Also, overlapping development further compresses timelines. Pre-production for The Witcher 5 can begin before The Witcher 4 ships, as when The Witcher 4 enters final polish and quality assurance phases, quest designers might spend their final The Witcher 4 months outlining The Witcher 5's narrative structure. The environment artists could concept The Witcher 5's location while The Witcher 4 undergoes optimization. This overlap shortens the wall clock between public releases, even though development time per game remains substantial. CD Projekt Red also has experience delivering large-scale Witcher content on compressed schedules. The Witcher 3's expansions, Heart of Stone and especially Blood of Wine, and even a rumored new Witcher 3 expansion that's coming in 2026, which I will make another video on, so stay tuned for that, where massive content releases delivered relatively quickly after the base game. Blood and Wine essentially functioned as a 30-hour standalone game. The studio knows how to build substantial Witcher experiences efficiently with systems and pipelines already established. Now, there are a few doubts about this whole process due to AAA game development timelines continue to keep on expanding across the entire industry, as we see with massive games like The Elder Scrolls 6, Microsoft's new Fable game, and even Ghost of Yotei taking around 5 years to be complete. It seems that this is more of the norm for open world RPGs of this scale. Also within CDPR's history, it includes multiple delays when quality didn't meet standards. You also add console generation transitions, add to the complexity of all this, as The Witcher 4 targets current gen hardware, but by 2030 when The Witcher 5 would release, next generation consoles will be out. CD Projekt Red would have to optimize for 2 console generations. Also, the video game industry itself is experiencing unprecedented disruption. Mass layoffs, studio closures, shifting business models, and economic uncertainty make long-term planning treacherous. What looks feasible in 2025 might be impossible in 2028 due to factors beyond CDPR's control. However, it seems CD Projekt Red has a lot of financial strength when it comes to developing Cyberpunk 2 and The Witcher 4 and the new Witcher trilogy. As a Q3 financial showed that CDPR has around $350 million in cash reserves with strong ongoing profitability. The studio can sustain heavy development investments across multiple projects without external financing pressure, forcing premature releases or cutting corners. This financial buffer didn't exist during Cyberpunk 2077's troubled development. Most importantly, The Witcher 4's extended development time, likely 5+ years from pre-production to release, suggests CDPR is building correctly this time, just like they're doing with Cyberpunk 2, have also broken down. They're not rushing, they're taking their time to establish solid foundations, prove systems work, and ensure quality before committing to aggressive sequel timelines. If we're looking ahead at the roadmap for CD Projekt Red, which I will do an in-depth breakdown of in a separate video, we can expect in 2027 to get the release of The Witcher 4, 2028 to 2029 could be getting The Witcher 1 remake, which will feature Geralt of Rivia, which I will also break down in a separate video. In 2030 we'll likely get The Witcher 5, which will be the middle chapter of the new trilogy. 2031 to 2032 we could be getting Cyberpunk 2, and in 2033 we could be getting The Witcher 6, which will be the conclusion of the trilogy, and post this we'll likely be getting The Witcher MMO game, which is a multiplayer Witcher game in created by the Molasses Flood, which actually had its development rebooted, started again from scratch, and not actually cancelled because it seems CDPR sees the potential of an MMO Witcher game. I should also mention that Cyberpunk 2 will feature an online mode that will likely be very similar to GTA Online, which I've also broken down, which I'll leave in the description and pin comment section below. This roadmap would establish CD Projekt as one of the most consistently productive AAA RPG studios, maintaining regular release cadence while simultaneously developing the Cyberpunk franchise. It's an ambitious vision that requires flawless execution across multiple teams, studios, and continents. The video game industry has seen plenty of ambitious plans fall apart. Development is unpredictable, delays happen, technical challenges emerge, creative visions shift, market conditions change, console generations transition, and global events disrupt production. The CDPR has advantages many studios lack: proven IP with passionate fan bases, strong financial reserves, nearly 4 years of Unreal Engine 5 experience, dedicated physical infrastructure, and painful lessons learned from past mistakes. Pieces are in place for success, and they also have a transmedia strategy. We will be getting Cyberpunk anime, shows, comic books in the Witcher universe, and even movies with Netflix. Now they just need to execute. The Witcher 4's launch in 2027 or 2028 will tell us whether this 6-year trilogy plan is doable or not. Again guys, I will be breaking down the Witcher 1 remake, giving you a CDPR roadmap. I've talked about Cyberpunk 2, but we've got more updates. We've even got more updates on the Witcher 4 and the Witcher MMO game, which I will be discussing on this channel, so go ahead and subscribe for all things Witcher and Cyberpunk and CDPR, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. And guys, it is finally here. The Balboa Club Witch Hunt Collection Volume 1 is now available and will run from December through February, and this drop is specifically inspired by The Witcher, as I wanted to blend the styles of the wrestling world with the games we all know and love. But please go ahead and check out the Balboa Club store. It's on the channel store page, and the website is in the description and pin comment section below.
Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement.